Alright, I'm showing one of the other updates for the Premiere Pro 2014. With this one I'm going to show the multi or the how you can add an effect to the source clip and it will affect everything in your timeline, which is a new feature. Before, if you did multicam, or if you had, let me show an instance here, if you have here in the timeline where you cut to one shot and then later on it cuts to the same use of that shot. Here in the timeline we've got this, and then it cuts away to this pill, and then it cuts back to the exact same shot. Before, what you had to do is you had to add an effect. If you're doing color correction or some sort of effect on this shot, you'd have to apply it to this shot. Then if you wanted the exact same feature added to the shot down here, which is an identical shot or from the same angle, you had to copy and paste it from this shot to this shot here, and so on down the timeline. This was especially kind of a pain in the butt in multicam. If you did a multicam, you're cutting between like 3 or 4 cameras for like a music video or something like that. You had to go and apply that effect every single time you cut back to a specific shot. So now you can do it where it'll apply the same effect on every single shot throughout the entire timeline, judged on your source clip. So I'm going to right click on this and say reveal in Finder. Reveal in project. Right click on this clip and say reveal in project, and you'll see the original red clip right there. So now in Premiere, every time this clip shows up in the timeline, you'll be able to apply an effect to this source clip, and it will apply that effect on every single instance of that clip in your timeline. So the best way, easiest way to do this, let me arrange my windows so it's kind of like a normal view here. I'm going to go to my workspace and reset my current workspace. So you'll probably be looking at a workspace that looks very much like this. Right now, as I click on this clip right here, I do have some items on it I'm going to remove. So I'm going to click on this clip here, and I don't have any effects that have been applied to this clip yet. And I go down to the next clip, and notice I don't have any clips or effects applied to this clip. Now, if I add a color corrector here, I'm going to go to Effects. Actually, let's do like a Luma curve. I'm going to drag a Luma curve and drop it on that clip. And as I affect this clip here, and do some sort of little S-curve here, give it a little more cinematic look. And now I go down to the next clip here, you'll notice it does not have that effect applied. So like I said, you have to go up and Command-C, copy that, go down to the next one, Command-V and paste that effect, and it'll paste the same effect to this clip down here. Since it's the same angle, same clip, you're going to have the same look. I'm going to undo that, undo the first one, and now I'm going to show you a way to now I'm going to show you the update here. What you do is, first of all, you're going to bring this image up into your source monitor by hitting F, which is frame. Basically, pulls up the frame from the source clip, not from the timeline, but when you hit F, it shows the frame from the source clip and not from the timeline. Remember, this clip in here is a copy of the source clip. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab my effects controls. I'm going to drag and drop it over here to this little window on the side here, so you can see your effects controls and your source clip. I'll click on my source clip side by side so you can see what we're affecting and see the source clip as it's changing. So now I'm going to grab a Luma curve here. I'm going to drag and drop it up to my source clip. Drop it on. And now I'm going to do this little S curve here and apply it. Apply the S curve. I'm going to make it pretty extreme here so you can see the change that it's doing here. So make this really extreme. It is applied to the source clip, but now you'll go down into your timeline. Remember, this is the source clip, not the clip in the timeline. So now this clip in the timeline is referencing that source clip. In fact, if you click on this clip here, you'll notice it does not have the effect applied to it. It's referencing the source clip that's being changed. So this is kind of a downstream effect that's happening from the source clip being affected, and then it's changing whatever clips reference the source clip in your timeline. So if I go to this next one now, boom, it's been changed as well. And all instances of that clip will change in the timeline. If you want to get rid of that effect, what you will have to do is later on, say you're editing and you have some other things going on, you're going to right click on this clip and say reveal the project. Actually, all you have to do is just, if you want to reference the original clip, you can right click on it and say reveal in project. It'll show the original clip. Double click on that, it'll load, and you'll notice there's the effect right there on this original source clip down here, not the effect is not applied on the clip in the timeline. And that's a cool little feature, very nice and convenient. Another shortcut of doing that is just move over the clip here, hit F, it'll reveal the source clip in your source monitor that it's referencing. Really quick, really nice and convenient. Another cool update to the Premiere 2014 updates. Anyway.